Good day everyone. Now let's talk about English for hotel management. In hotel management field, mastering English is such a need, especially for the staffs. It is essential for them to understand some English terms related to the hotel. Also, having an excellent ability in English can help them to achieve meaningful communication or avoid misunderstanding when they handle foreign guests. A hotel is currently no longer a place which is merely used as an accommodation for travelers or tourists. As time goes by, hotel endeavors to offer many services such as for meetings, seminars, weddings, etc. Hotel organization consists of several departments. Although each department has its duties or responsibilities, all departments should work cooperatively one another since they are a unity. In other words, hotel operations should be well organized. One of the departments in a hotel is the front office. The front office is positioned on the front side of the hotel. This department takes a very significant role since it welcomes the guests and becomes an information center. Also, the front office staffs should have good demeanor because they will reflect the first impression of a hotel. The tasks of front office encompass welcoming, receiving, and registering guests, providing information, dealing with mail, telegrams, messages, and telephone, processing reservations including allocations rooms, receiving payments, and helping guests when they check in, check out, or other requests. Also, the front office staff should have a good attitude in serving the guests. So how English is important to hotel management? With English, hospitality staff can easily understand a customer's demands as it is the most used language by travelers. Moreover, an English-speaking staff can create a cozy and comfortable feeling for the customer when they can talk in a familiar language, even if they are far from home. However, employers must consider carefully when choosing a method to improve English for business and hospitality for their staff, because many methods are outdated, time-consuming, and complicated for learners. In contrast, many methods use new technology that customizes lessons based on users' levels, not only enhancing learning efficiency but also bringing learners new experience.
Front office management terminologies. Number 1, accounts receivables. The amount of money an organization has the right to receive with some special period, say 30 days, against the delivery of products or services.
Next is a bell desk, an extension of front desk that deals with personalized guest services. Cancellation charges. They are the charges by the guest on cancellation of a confirmed reservation or for not showing up on a confirmed reservation. Concierge. Information desk that assists guests for transportation, booking of events outside the hotel. GRC, or guest registration card, which the guest needs to fill in with personal information at the time of registration. Guest, customer of the hotel business being served. MICE, or acronym for meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. Rack rate, the price at which the hotel rooms are sold before applying discount. A valet, a male attendant to park and clean the car.
Communicating and responsibilities of hotel management. Learning English is an efficient way to be prepared for any conversations with almost any guest at your hotel. This won't just make your day-to-day life easier, it will also make you more valuable as a hotel employee. English language skills are very important for people working in the tourist industry. This is especially true for hotel receptionists. As a receptionist, you need to be able to communicate with all of these travelers. You will be checking them in and out of the hotel and answering questions about your local area. When potential customers contact a hotel, they will want to know if it suits their needs. For this reason, hotel employees must be aware of the different types of hotels and know the type of hotel in which they work. Could it be a tourist hotel, a business or commercial hotel, or a luxury hotel? As well as answering general questions during an inquiry, hotel staff should be able to provide a brief description of the hotel. These descriptions may help to convince people that the hotel is right for them. Front desk employees should be able to describe the hotel services, facilities, and staff as well as the style of the hotel. Reserving rooms is one of the most important tasks for hotel receptionists. Because of this, receptionists must know the correct language to use when taking bookings from customers. Unlike answering customers' inquiries, reserving a room for a hotel customer is a process that requires a specific sequence of steps. Hotel check-in and check-out are extremely important responsibilities for hotel receptionists. They are the guest first and last interaction with hotel staff. For this reason, it is very important that front desk employees can communicate well with customers. As a hotel receptionist, your primary responsibilities are reserving accommodation for guests as well as checking them in and out of rooms. However, you will also have to resolve complaints that guests make about the hotel staff and service. In these situations, you are the face of the hotel and you must act with care to ensure that the guest remains satisfied with his or her hotel experience. It is very important that receptionists can communicate clearly in these situations.
Tourism is a social, cultural, and economic phenomenon which entails the movement of people to countries or places outside their usual environment for personal or business or professional purposes. These people are called visitors, which may be either tourists or excursionists, residents or non-residents, and tourism has to do with their activities, some of which involve tourism expenditure. Defining tourism is not a simple matter, as it is a complex industry made up of many different businesses, the common theme being that they provide products and services to tourists or visitors. There are three basic forms of tourism. Those are domestic tourism, inbound tourism, and outbound tourism. But first, what is domestic tourism? Domestic tourism refers to activities visitors within their country of residence and outside of their home. In general, domestic tourists are anyone who undertakes travel activities in their own country of residence. Example is living in London and traveling to Glasgow for the day or for an overnight stay. Inbound tourism refers to the activities of a visitor from outside of the residence. Outbound tourism, tourism involving residents of a country going out of their country. English is the primary language of communication in international tourism. Professionals in the tourism and hospitality industry should be well versed in English, as it is the language of communication skills relevant to their job. The rapid development of the traveling tourism and hospitality industry can be directly impacted by the English language, which is a widely used language in the international scene today. Accordingly, it's important to know English for tourism in order to provide quality service. Employees in the tourism sector are fully aware of how essential it is to speak with a good command of the type of English in their workplace.
Such a program might, for example, emphasize the development of reading skills in students who are preparing for graduate work in business administration, or it might promote the development of spoken skills in students who are studying English in order to become tourist guides. The focal point of teaching English for tourism is that English is not taught as a subject separated from the student's real world. Instead, it is integrated into a subject matter area important to the learners.
I hear you! Good afternoon, tourists! Okay, that is the square. So are you wondering what I look like today? I look like a tiger!
Jobs in the tourism industry. Travel agent, tour guide, flight attendant, airline check-in clerk, resort representative. Travel agent is a person or company whose business is to make travel arrangements for people, individuals, groups, or corporation. On behalf of suppliers, hotel, airlines, car rentals, cruise lines, travel insurance. Their task is to providing consultation services and entire travel packages. Using a travel agent is beneficial for customers who plan multi-destination and or international trips. Booking through an agent saves time. Tour guides, a person whose job is to show tourists around places. They ensure that itineraries are met and that customers are being informed in an entertaining manner. Give the information about the history, purpose, and architecture of the site. Tour guides are employed by tour companies, resort, and attraction. Flight attendant is a person whose job is to serve and take passengers on a plane. They help the passengers on the flight by providing information and guidance regarding their seats, facilities available, and etc. Greet passengers when they board and alight the aircraft. Ensure the rules of the aircraft are being adhered to. Serving the passengers with food beverages during the flight. Airline check-in clerk, person who works for an airline, checking passengers in, tickets, passport, weighing and checking baggage, issuing boarding passengers and luggage labels, allocating seat numbers, asking security questions, and answering passenger queries prior to their flight. Resort representative looks after groups of holidaymakers, usually abroad dealing with problems, selling trips, and organizing activities. They are also called holiday reps. Main priority is to ensure that clients enjoy their holiday and that everything runs smoothly as possible for them. Importance of learning and teaching English for tourism job. It is the key to communicate with different people from over the world, since English is used as the international lingua franca in this modern era. Most tourist establishments require people to be fluent in English since it can greatly help develop the tourism industry. Thus, the English for tourism is essential.
Tourism English includes diverse components of the travel and tourism business such as hotel, resort management, food industry, tour operations, and airline services. It is essential to provide the best professional service to both clients and guests. Since the products and services offered in tourism enterprises are generally abstract and have a human factor. Foreign language strengthens the communications between employees and guests and increases the service quality. Tourism boosts the revenue of the economy, creates thousands of jobs, develops the infrastructure of a country, and plants a sense of cultural exchange between foreigners and citizens. The numbers of jobs created by tourism in many different areas is significant. It is mainly because almost all forms of business communication such as emails, presentations, sales and marketing, and even corporate legal documentation are now carried out in English. Language is very important as it ensures the effective interaction and communication with the locals. Language is therefore very important in tourism as it acts as the gateway to local environment. Communication in tourism becomes above all an aspirational language. More than telling a story, talking about a place, it is selling a product and making communication come to life. This idea is the reason why people travel to a destination and also the reason why they return. In tourism, authentic materials or realia are important here. Encourage your students to bring in real-world material which you should use in class. Brochures, itineraries, timetables, etc. Likewise, visiting typical situations also helps. If your class includes tour guides, have them prepare a tour of a local attraction and take you there.